Welcome back, guys. So, this is what I'm going to do for this week. And I'm going to make this a brand new segment for everything going on forward. When a video is either taking too much time or life is getting in the way. When I say a video, I mean a regular shop video, like building the mannequin or building a special table or whatever. The longer, more involved things that I do in the shop, I'm going to start making these shop tip videos. That way, I'll be able to give you guys content, and I think a lot of beginning woodworkers are starving for simple, basic things that they've either never seen or never taught, or some of the better guys just gloss right over because to them it's common knowledge. That's not what their video is focusing on. Their video is focusing on this large, grandiose project and not the small things that they do to get there. They show the big steps and move on. So what I want to do is show you some smaller steps and some little tricks that I've found that work very well for me and that I've learned from other woodworkers, watching YouTube, talking to people, and just generally screwing around in the shop and seeing what works. Because honestly, that's what I do 90% of the time. I just try it out of the blue and cross my fingers and hope it works. Because I've never taken a real woodshop class other than what I had to in middle school. So everything I've learned, I want to try and pass on to you guys. So this will be a brand new segment from now on. It won't be as consistent as the regular shop videos, but I want to give you guys something else as well. Not just a quick blurb as I'm speeding fast on the screen at 60 times what I'm actually working at. So this will be a tips and tricks series, I guess. Anyways, what I'm going to be doing today, guys, is, now that the whole preamble's out of the way, salt. Just regular plain Jane salt. It really helps your glue ups. And I'm not 100% sure why. I think it acts as a non-reactive abrasive between the two surfaces. And what I mean non-reactive, it won't react with the glue, as far as I've been able to tell. And what it does is it helps your pieces stick together from sliding around when you're clamping. And I'll show you that in a second. I'm just going to do a stop and shoot section. I'm not going to do any, I might do some editing, but I won't do a whole lot of editing. So let me get a couple pieces cut so I can show you what I'm talking about and tested. One other tip, wear an apron or smock or something when you're doing your glue ups. I have a bad habit of just wiping my hands right on my smock when I get some glue in there. It's starting to build up. I wear this thing where I'm blacksmithing and leatherworking and everything, so the more hard pieces on there, I think the better, maybe. At least I'll tell myself to help me sleep better at night. All right, like I was saying, I just have a couple scraps here. It's all the same type of wood. And I'm just using regular Type Bond 2 glue. I haven't had the chance to try it with Type Bond 3. I don't have a whole lot of Type Bond 3 left, so I'm saving it for a special occasion if I need it. It is Type Bond 3 is faster and better for more exterior stuff. This is more an all-around wood glue. This gives me like a yellowish seam, but it hides pretty well in wood, whereas the Type Bond 3 gives me like a black seam. Either way, just regular plain Jane wood glue. Let me get some clamps. And I think I'm going to exaggerate some of the pressure, the sideways pressure, on the non-glued piece, just to show you what could happen. Alright, just a regular piece of glue, regular glue there. I always just take my finger. I see people using like sticks and all these special glue apparatuses. Finger works just fine. And boop, like I said, apron. So one thing that you can notice, like when you put it on there, see it has this tendency to slip and slide around a little bit. For most of the things I do, it doesn't matter all that much, but when you're really trying to get something nice and precise, you have two options. You can find some way to secure it better, or you can make the piece large and trim it down to size afterwards. I've done it both ways. The salt works just a little bit better. So, put it on the clamp there, and let's see how much this slides around. Alright, now that that piece is clamped, it's pretty good. I just take my finger, take off some of the excess so it doesn't drip everywhere or mysteriously glue itself to the bench. Okay, all the seams look pretty good. So there's that. And now we'll put on some glue. Same amount of glue, nothing fancy or crazy. Take it on, smear it on. I mean, it's just wood glue, it's not like it's gonna harm you. Now here's the secret. Now, I haven't yet figured out exactly how much or how little. I think it depends a little bit based on what type of joint you're going for and all that jazz. But I just get a little bit of glue on there. Yeah, a little bit of glue. A little bit of salt. Not sure how well you guys can see that. But just a little bit of salt. Put on the other piece of wood. And you can see, with even with the same pressure that I was putting on the other piece to make it wiggle and wobble all around, it's pretty secure on there. And same thing. Clamp it. Wipe off any excess. And the reason I'm clamping it like this is I'm going to try a brake test for you guys. I'm going to clamp it here and push down on it. See if I can make it. That's a glue arm. See if I can make the joint break, if this one's significantly weaker or about the same as the other joint. So, you know what? I'm going to mark this one glued. Just so no one can say I didn't. Yeah, that was a terrible G. It looks like a 6. There we go. So, glued. Not glued. I'm going to let this set up for a half hour. And we'll be back to see the results. Alright guys, so I said I was going to let it go for half an hour. I let it go for an hour and a half. I got caught up watching some videos, and then friend Maria came home. So, let's see how they set up. See, it has just that little glue line, but if you sand it, it's pretty much invisible once it's sanded. So, yep. Can't really break that. Same thing with this guy here. Yeah, they're not perfect. I mean, both of these slid around a little bit. So let's see if we can break them real quick with just a hammer. Because really, you're supposed to let this cure for like 24, or not stress a joint for 24 hours. I usually only let it go for a half hour before I move on, because I have deadlines and stuff to do with my life. So, I'm going to give each one a sharp blow right on the end. This is not super scientific, but It's what you're gonna get. It's like 11:30 at night, so I don't want to be banging and crashing in the shop too much. All right. Let's do it one more. Okay, so broke mostly along the joint. Like I said, it's not super set up. But it did take a huge chunk of the wood here and left some on the other side. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Now let's see how this one holds up strength-wise. And honestly, if you're going to put that much force behind on a joint, it shouldn't just be glued. You should put a screw or a nail or something in there, or find some way to reinforce it. Also, more surface area, better. Alright, that one just popped right off. Huh. That's interesting. The glue is not even close to being all the way set. Look at that. It's set on this side, and on this side, and I don't know how well it really is picking up, but it's barely set at all. Like, huh. So, the salt will help the pieces stay together when you're doing it up. Looks like I need to play around with the amount of salt I use per joint or something, or let it set up for longer. Well, there's my test, and I mean, you saw the findings. I let these set up for an hour and a half. This one had maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes longer, maybe 5. But you can see, I mean, everything's dried and set there. And glue joints are, I mean, this one's a little bit bigger, but they're pretty close. I'm not Matthias Wendell doing a super in-depth experiment here. But you did see that the salt did keep it from moving around. So, I'm guessing if you use a little bit of salt on one side or the other, it'll work. Well, there you go, guys. Now let me bring you up to FaceTime, and we'll wrap this video up. Okay, we are resumed. So guys, not exactly what I anticipated. Here we go. When I'm doing a lot of longer glue ups, and you saw it when I did the Angel of Death mannequin, that one didn't have any salt in it. But these guys all got salted. These are going for the end table next to my chair in the living room. These all got salted, and they're rock solid, honestly. So I'm not sure what happened with that. I'm going to have to revisit that and see, and do a test, I guess, that's more like Matthias Wendell. Do one with a lot of salt, do one with a little bit of salt. Have one sit for an hour and a half, have one sit for 5 hours, 24 hours, and see where strengths come from there. As well as how well does it hold things? Does it let the two pieces of wood grip while the glue is setting up, I guess, so your joints don't slip. I really wasn't expecting that, honestly, but there you have it. Sometimes you just don't get what you want. What's the expression? Sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. And like I said earlier, I just screw around in here and see what works. I'm probably the farthest thing from an authority on woodworking that you can find on YouTube, but I'm trying, and that was an interesting experiment. So guys, please Let me know what you think in the comments below. What did I do wrong? What did I do right? How could I have made that experiment look a little bit better, work a little bit more efficiently? Because with these, I got really good connection between the two pieces. And that, it just, right off. So, what did I do wrong? Please let me know in the comments below. If you found this entertaining or insightful, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe. I try my best to put out content every Friday on this channel, and then I have another channel, it's just my name, Chris Knight, which I put a video out, a shop update, every Monday and Friday. So, stay safe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.